Hey guys, we're in Pensacola, Florida, 1800 North Pace Boulevard, Cost Plus Liquors. Called a few weeks ago and talked to Reddy. Wanted to come over and check him out. I've already made a pass through the store. They've got some barrel picks that are gonna excite you, but an inventory that blew my mind. Let's check this out. All right, so when we first came in, the first thing that I saw, they have a ton of barrel picks here. Very surprising at the inventory. They've got the Old Forester. This is Warehouse H. I'm very excited to see those. Those are $74.99. They've got the Angel's Envy store pick, which is also $79.99. They've got 13th Colony cast strength bourbon. So when I went to 13th Colony, tried a lot of their stuff, I wasn't a big fan of it, but the cast strength and the cast strength double oak had me sold. So I want to try this today because they do have samples open back here of most of their barrel picks. This one is $79.99 as well. Here's one of the local Alabamas, Clyde Mays. They've got a store pick of his stuff. This is a cast strength single barrel bourbon as well. So it's $42.99 for the Clyde Mays. They've got tequilas, they've got rums. So they've got the Smoke Wagon Private Select. These have always been a hitter for me. I like these a lot. $79.99 for this barrel pick. They've got the Jefferson's Reserve. And I've just recently tried the Jefferson's store pick that I picked over at Cedartown, and very surprised at how good that is. Has a blend of older whiskeys in it, so it really will shock you on the flavor profile. Those are delicious. So I think any store that does barrel picks needs to have an Elijah Craig barrel pick, right? So these are the barrel proof Elijah Craig store picks that they have. These are always delicious. I haven't had a bad one yet. They're $84.99 and well deserving of that price in my opinion. Got the Templeton Rye store pick. So these are $45. I haven't had these. I can't speak to it. I don't know if they're any good. I do know that I love rye. If he's got it open back there, I'll let you know my thoughts on it. They've got Woodinville, $62.69. I've only had a couple samples of Woodinville. I don't remember what variations it was. Woodinville wasn't for me, the one that I had, but we'll try some again here today and I'll let you know, yay or nay. Again, that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that it's good or bad. It just means personally for me, I like it or I dislike it. So y'all keep hearing me talk about the Wild Turkey single barrels. The Camp Nelson F and E are the ones that I've had. Absolute bangers. For the money, $59.99, I believe that this should be on everybody's bar. Obviously, we'll try his back here today because I haven't had any of the Tyrone Rickhouse. They've got this store pick on the Buffalo Trace. So they've got the 1 liter for $36.99 and they have the 750 for $29. And guys, these are just solid. And then when you stack on it, it's a store pick and they got to try different barrels on top of that, you can't miss it. $20 and $30, that absolutely should be on everybody's bar. They've got a single barrel Whistle Pig 10-year. Now, I've not had a lot of Whistle Pig. The ones I have had were hit or miss for me. The Piggyback 6-year bourbon was really good, which they typically do a lot of the ryes. $79.99 for that. All right, so here's a big boy. And this is a barrel pick for you guys as well?
Yeah, it's store pick.
So this is also a store pick, a 15-year Whistle Pig store pick. I haven't had that either. So $225 for these, and there again, I can't speak to them, but they're a gorgeous bottle, gorgeous display, and once I taste a few of their others, I could probably tell you if that one might be good or not because we'll have an idea of what their palate's like. These Jack Daniel's single barrel proof ryes absolutely need to be on every bar in my opinion. You might say you're not a rye drinker, but I'd challenge you in a blind to drink this and see if you could tell me that you liked it or disliked it based off of it being a rye. But these are $59.99. They're solid. All right, so they have the Redemption Rye, and this one is finished in a rum cask. Not one that I've had, but it is one that I've been wanting to try. $40. They've got several of the Widow Janes and the Baby Janes. They've got the 15-year. They've got the Applewood Rye by Widow Jane that I keep hearing is really good. Not had it yet. Was really excited to see all these Redwood Empires. So this one is, the Foggy Burrell is one that I've been wanting to try. I have not had it yet, but the Screaming Titan is one that I have and absolutely love. And I don't think you can go wrong with any of their cask strengths. It just depends on whether you want the pipe dream bourbon, whether you want the rye, or whether you want the boo rye. But I think they're all solid. And this is the pipe dream that's been proofed down, where I started with Redwood Empire and absolutely fell in love with everything that they had. The other that I saw earlier is this Dark Arts. So I'm hearing that Dark Arts for the people that are in my group is hit or miss, but they say this green label is absolutely a banger. So this one is finished with a toasted Amberana oak staves. The Amberana part of it scares me a little bit because I'm afraid I'm gonna get Cinnamon Toast Crunch off of it, but I would really like to try that. So everybody in the group seems to really like it. They've got the Midwinter's Night Drum for $189.99. Got your lineup of Jack Daniels here. They've got the Chattanooga lineup here. This 111 in Chattanooga is one of my favorites, but you can't go wrong with the 91 proofer either. $31.99. That's a very solid pour. So definitely tons of smoke wagons here. That makes me really happy. A lot of variation in smoke wagon that I haven't had. Obviously, I'm always going to go to the private label. These Old Elks are ones that I want to try. I've had the Infinite. I want to try the cigar, and he's got a few other here. He's got the wheat that I've heard a lot of people talking about. I haven't had this one yet, but what I have had of Old Elk has been really good. Obviously, you guys know that I follow Short Barrel really closely, and to see them in Florida makes me excited because they're new to Florida. The Ben Holiday stuff, I've only had samples of, haven't had a bad one yet, but this one is 82. All these are 82, and this is their bottled in bond right here. The soft red wheat is the sample that I had and really liked, and I will tell you that I'm not much on wheat, but I really like that one. The Whistle Pig 6-year that we were talking about earlier, the bourbon, and then the Piggyback Rye is another of the Whistle Pig that I've had that I like, and what I keep hearing is that Whistle Pig's hit or miss. I haven't had one that I didn't like, but I'm sure we'll find one eventually, right? When I walked through earlier, this made me really happy. So this is batch 104, Joseph Magnus cigar, and what is it? 179, so a very fair price on a low batch, 104. So you don't see those, right? We're almost up to 300s, I guess, 270s. I don't know. We're in the high batches now. And I talked with Nancy a few weeks ago and was asking her what was the difference between the older batches, sub 100, and the newer batches. And she was like, well, we went from Armagnac barrels to cognac barrels, back to finishing in Armagnac barrels, and that's why the newer ones taste a lot like the sub 100s. But the 100 plus are going to be the ones finished in cognac, if I understood her correctly. Oh wow, they got the Peerless toasted here, so we're definitely going to grab this. I know that Jake has been wanting this bottle, so I'm going to grab it for him. It's $99. They've got 2 bottles of the Peerless Double Oak, which is $99, and I think that should be on everybody's bar. That is one of the best double oaks on the market, in my opinion.
6 cases inside.
What's that?
6 cases inside.
6 cases? Okay, so they have 6 cases of that here, so you're good to go if you need Peerless. They've got the Very Old St. Nick. Now, the only Very Old St. Nick that I've had was the Immaculata. So I really liked that one. I enjoyed it a lot, and it made me hopeful that I would like the others, but I haven't pulled the trigger on them. $135 for those. Oh, wow, so another bottle Jake wanted. So if y'all saw my review of the Penelope Marshmallow Toasted, right off the crack, it wasn't for me. I wasn't very impressed by it, but nor was I impressed with the regular Penelope Toasted when I first opened this bottle, or the Architect. I was not impressed. Came back to them literally 5-6 months later. 180-degree difference on my opinion. I absolutely love them. They're delicious. So I'm going to grab this one for Jake. Grab this one for Jake as well. They've got Noah's Mill here for $55.99. I've seen that all over the place for a lot more, and that's Willet Juice. It's really good. And then the Johnny Drum right next to it. Both of those for the price are delicious pours. They've got Castle and Key, got some Doc Swinson. They've got the 4.6s. They've got some of the different James E. Pepper stuff. Now, you guys know this one's $49.99, and you know that I'm a huge fan of these decanter bottles. That's a delicious juice. $67, just like you're going to see it just about anywhere else. They've got the Tintype Old Souls, so Tintype 1 and Tintype 2 from Cathead in Mississippi. Hearing that these are hit or miss too, the Tintype 2s that I've had, I really liked. So for me, they're a yes. They've got the Jacob's Pardon for $189.99. This is the 18-year MGP juice. It's going to be right at 143 proof, like 142.7. They're really good. MGP with some age on it is something that I really, really enjoy. They've got the Elvis stuff there. I'm not a huge fan of those. They've got Blue Run here for $85.99. I've got a Blue Run that I haven't tried yet, but I am excited to try it pretty soon. They've got Green River for $30. I mean, $30.99 for Green River and $39.99 for a full proof. You can't go wrong with these full proofs or the single barrels in Green River. So they've also got some seal box. I've not seen seal box in stores before. So they've got this one finished in toasted French oak and maple for $71.99. And then they've got the cask strength bourbon right here for $129. And that's a 10-year. Got some Frank August. Oh, wow. So they've got RY3 cigar for $106.99. I don't know that you're going to find that any cheaper, and that is one of my favorite RY3s. Harry and I just picked a Madeira. Really liked the Madeira. These are $76.99, and they've got those as well. I was trying to see if they had the older straight American light whiskey. They don't have that one. But a nice lineup there of RY3 stuff, and I'm tempted on that cigar. We may have to come back and get that. So they also have the Elijah Craig 18-year for $199.99. Guys, that people are back and forth on those. I know people that absolutely love them, and I know people that say, you know, why would you take an 18-year whiskey and proof it down? I ended up trading mine to a buddy because he did like it. I didn't, so he had a bottle I liked, and we swapped it. And I've had a sample of it, and I agree. It being proofed down probably wasn't the best thing. They've got more of the Jeffersons. They've got the Jefferson Ocean. I've not seen Jefferson Oceans for $68.99, but that's what it is here. It's usually $88 to $90 everywhere I go. Maybe I haven't shopped it in a while. Maybe the price point has come down. And then this Jefferson Reserve is the version that I had the store pick of out of Cedartown that I really liked. They've got this Belle Meade Sherry Bourbon for $77.99. I know a lot of people that are big on Belle Meade. I haven't had any of it. They've got the Kentucky Owl line here, and I was talking with them a little while back, so we know they've had some business issues. They filed bankruptcy, yada, yada. That was not them going out of business. They're still looking forward to building their park in Kentucky. They're still moving forward with the brand. So they're a subsidiary, right? And the brand above them had some legal issues, and so that's why they did that. Angel's Envy Rye for $69.99. This is where it started for me. That was the whiskey that I tried beyond Jack Daniels and Jim Beam that I absolutely loved. And the fact that it was a rye was good for me because anybody that I knew getting into whiskey, when they saw or heard rye, they were like, nope, not going to try it. And I'm like, man, I love it. Like, it's absolutely delicious. That is a rye whiskey, but it's not as forward and punch you in the mouth as some of the rye whiskeys that we know, right? So it was a good introduction for me. And if you know somebody you're trying to get into rye whiskey, I would suggest that one. They've got several of the different Bardstowns here. Yes, so this one is the one that's finished in the toasted cherry. So if you happen to see the Bardstown video I did a while back, I was brand new recording that with my phone, but we got to try this from the barrel at the distillery, and it was absolutely delicious. I think Bardstown is doing great things. So they sourced and blended until their juice made it to 6 years, and then they went to market. So I thought that was pretty genius, but they had the capital to do that, right? And so they would buy and source from different places, blend variations of that, just like K-Luke or anybody else is doing. Matter of fact, they're doing some of K-Luke's blending now. Got several different bottles here of Barrel. Got some Old Forester. This 1920 is one that you can't go wrong with, $51.99. If you like 1924 and you don't want to pay the money for it, I would tell you to try the 1920 for sure. New Riff is another one that you guys know that I'm high on. I really like. I like the single malted rye. They don't have that one, but I haven't had a New Riff that I didn't like. And Fiddler is something that Harry turned me on to over in Rome, and he just did a pick with them. And ASW is out of Atlanta area as well. They're really doing some good things. Got your Russells here, the Russell 10 years. I think that should be on everybody's bar. Wild Turkey Rare Breed is another one. And then they've got a few other of your Clyde Mays there. All in all, their bourbon selection is fantastic. Their pricing looks as fair as I've seen. I've not shopped in Florida a ton, but relative to the areas I've been, I think the pricing's really fair. So hopefully you guys saw something here that you like and you'll come down and see Reddy and do a little business with him. All right, so still at Cost Plus Liquors, want to try some of their store picks. I'm here with Tarek, the store manager, and a friend of mine that I grabbed some bottles for earlier said that you always help him out. Obviously, you won't remember him, but he was like, man, he always takes good care of me. I go through there once a year on a retreat kind of thing that they do down here. He's like, let you know that he'd be back in here to see you soon. So let's look at some of your store picks. We can start with that 13th Colony. And like I was saying earlier, you know, with 13th Colony, they've been hit or miss for me. Their cask strength stuff I've been really fond of. Their others just didn't really do it for me. But the cask strength rye, the cask strength double oak knocked it out of the park. And this will be the first time I think I've had the cask strength bourbon.
You want to try?
Sure. And go light, because you've got a few there that I want to try. So.
Sure, this is a great one. This is one of the top best sellers this week. It's been 35 cases. We sold almost like 15, 17 cases.
Okay, awesome. That's plenty.
You need a little bit more.
A little bit
then
more?
You can feel it.
Obviously, you can't nose in these big old glasses, but what I do smell is not bad.
Cheers.
Cheers. So it's good. It's got a nice like honey sweetness to it. Not picking up a lot of barrel impact on it. All in all, that's a very good sip. What's the proof on that one?
It's 119 proofs, 5 years, 5 months.
Okay, so it's 5 years, 5 months.
5 years, 5 months. 19.6.
Okay, and I'd say it drinks right at its proof. It's not punching above or anything, but that's really good. I like that.
Yeah, this is actually one of the hardly get it peoples. It's not easy to get it.
Correct.
So they are releasing every year. I think it's more than 5 or 6, 10 barrel.
Oh, really?
So I think the whole Pensacola we get it this year. Nobody has it.
Oh, that's awesome for y'all.
Yes,
great.
Sir.
And it's moving quickly.
It's made very quickly.
You know, the biggest thing, the benefit, in my opinion, for a store like yours is if you have open tasting like this where you can taste out your store picks, it helps immensely because if I come in looking for something and I get to try it, I'm automatically going to buy it, right? I was already coming in here looking for a bottle. Now I've tried one and I loved it. I'm taking it home as opposed to grabbing it, getting home and not liking it, right?
Right.
So I think that's awesome that y'all are able
This
to
is the
do
cost plus policy actually because normally people don't know what they're buying.
For sure.
They don't know they're wasting their money.
That's right.
So normally that's the reason we are policy. Every store pick or any other vendor, they bring their stuff. We have to keep their one bottle for everyone. Then they can try.
Nice.
We don't want to waste their money.
Right.
You know?
No, it's perfect. I like it.
So they like it, they buy it.
I like it.
Because a lot of people don't know what they're buying.
Absolutely, you don't.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when I first started bourbon hunting, it was that way with me. I was buying labels. I was buying it because somebody on TikTok said it was good, and then I'd get home and decide that wasn't for me, or the expensive, pretty bottle wasn't as good as I thought it was. Yeah, I do want to try your Wild Turkey single barrel.
Sure.
Because the ones that I've had in that are Camp Nelson F and Camp Nelson E, and that's a Tyrone. I don't like that one as much as I like the Camp Nelson ones. I don't know what the difference is in the rick houses, but the ones that I have on my shelf at home, now that's good, but it has a little bit different flavor to it. Wish I could pick up on that. It's almost like it's peated or something. Like I don't know. That one is not the one that I like the most, but those single barrels are some of the best, and that one may be one that you guys love. I don't think you can miss with the Wild Turkey single barrels at all. I just happen to prefer the Camp Nelson F and E. Let's see. What about the Old Forester Blue Label you've got over there on the floor?
Old Forester Blue Label? Yeah. So,
and that's Warehouse H, and it is 127 proof. And how many were in that barrel? Do you remember? How many bottles did y'all get out of that?
This is only I have I think four boxes left.
Okay.
So normally 18, 17 bottle, I think, left.
Okay.
A few bottle in outside. So it is one of the very quick selling stuff.
Right, yeah, people love that.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks here. It's all gone.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
No kidding. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
This is the one of the best one.
Gotcha.
Everybody love it like crazy, this one.
They do?
Yeah, people love
Old Forester does great things.
Normally it's banana fruiting flavor, you know?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, Old Forester doesn't do any wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
Of course, they were the first to start bottling whiskey after Prohibition, I believe. So that's, intriguing by knowing that they are pioneers, right? They really just started bottling whiskey before anybody else did. So what I typically find on those is that they're ethanol forward. When you first sip them, you get that ethanol, right? You get that burn. But the flavor that comes through is really good. So Cost Plus, Smoke Wagon, Store Pick. These private barrels are some of my favorite from Smoke Wagon. I've not yet had one I didn't like. I don't have a lot of Smoke Wagon on my bar. I have a couple, but these are by far my favorite. You trust me to pour it? No, pour
It's
the
good
whole
one.
thing. Oh, this is good. This is good. I don't need more.
Sure?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Man,
You fool.
I have to drive. I gotta drive.
Okay.
We're going over to the bar after.
Bar again?
After here.
All right. It's not so far. Only 5 minutes.
Got a drink over there too.
All right.
I
They
hear
have a lot of things.
I heard they have good things.
A
On
lot
there.
of good things. They have eagle rare, double eagle rare.
Do they have double eagle? Very rare. Okay.
Double rare. All the peppy.
So it's called Whiskey Barrel, right?
Whiskey Barrel.
Okay. So Reddy owns a bar here as well. That's where we're going. That's what we originally called Reddy about. And it's really cool because they've got that stainless steel dispenser set up with all the B tags and high ends. I'm hearing a double eagle very rare. I might be getting one of those, a taste of that, because that's very exciting. Man,
All right.
yeah, I
You
had
gotta
some
try. Everybody try almost.
said-
It's almost half of coming.
heavy hitters there.
Yeah, heavy just people love it. And I think Oldfield Gel 19 years.
That Smoke Wagon just hits home for me. That's very good.
It's sweet.
It is.
A little
It
good,
is.
good flavors coming.
Delicious. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's complex. Like those, I haven't had a bad one yet.
Only one barrel in Pensacola.
Yet again, so 13th Colony and the Smoke Wagon.
It's not only one barrel.
Just
each
you guys.
It's for us.
That's wild. So is it based off of like quantity that you're moving? Like your
Yes,
numbers
quantity and numbers, because we are the best buyer
Okay.
in Pensacola.
Okay.
One of the largest store,
Okay.
So this account is their first priority accounts normally.
Okay.
So that's the reason we got it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
I've liked all your picks so far except for the Wild Turkey. Very solid on the Smoke Wagon. I'm very excited about that. 13th Colony, very excited about that. I can only imagine that the Elijah Craig, Buffalo Trace, and Jack Daniels are good. Those don't miss.
it's a great one.
And then the Jefferson Reserve as well. So, I mean, awesome job to you guys. Y'all do great picks from what I can tell, man. I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me.
Thank you. I appreciate it for that. Thank you for coming.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so one of the things that surprised me the most that they have here and made me the most excited was they have a bottle engraver. So if you guys have some special event, wedding, anniversary, birthday, or something like that, they have the nice bottles here. You want to come in, grab a bottle, and have it engraved, they'll do it for you. So we've already set the computer up, we've got the bottle put in, and once we hit the play button, this thing will start engraving. So let's see what it does.